What's up, agents? Jetforth here, and I got a pretty incredible aces and eights build for you guys. And I know my recent outburst, whatever, I took a few days off. Well, I played a couple hours here and there and slowly put this build together because, you know, my friend Zynthian kept whining about wanting to do an aces and eights build, so I stole it from him. Why not? Overall, I'm actually rather impressed by this a lot. We will be using our good old faithful SVD and the Nemesis. Now I know M1A, 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 I'm honestly just sick of it, and that is part of the reason why I freaked out a little bit about all of this. The one thing about the SVD that you have to keep in mind is its rate of fire. It is a fair amount higher than the M1A, so generally by the time you get 1.5 million shot off with your M1A, I got 2 shots off at 3.6 million with my SVD. Ergo, I'm doing actually more damage than that. And you can absolutely spam with this thing and it just shreds through enemies like it's nothing. I love it. I really, really like it. It actually brought some enjoyment back to the game for me. Now, where this build actually really shines is with the Nemesis. My max damage is 20 million. Yes, 20 million. You can one-tap red bars, veterans, and elites with it. And you don't even have to fully charge it all the way to one-tap an elite. On heroic, 3-man heroic. I didn't do 4-man because whatever, I don't have 4 friends to play it yet. But I would imagine it would also be fine in a 4-man group as well. It's just, this thing is insane. When it comes to the bosses and named elites, it's a 2-tap. You're hitting them for 20 million. Now the 20 million is coming from aces and eights. Now I have been somehow lucky enough to where every time I run into a boss, it's activated, but with the SVD, it's just going every 5 shots, so it's gonna happen regardless. The regular damage out of it, even without that, is 14 plus million damage, so that's how I'm one-tapping everything. Even, like I said, the elites, you just one-tap them and you don't even have to charge it all the way. Now, I am on console. I know a lot of you guys know that, and I have terrible aim, but I was doing actually rather well with this. And in all seriousness, I do want to now try and build this on my PC account, which means I have to re-download it and level it up. I'm coming for you, Mr. Meme. I'm coming for you, Mr. Skill Hater. Yeah, I am, hey boy. Sorry. He's gonna make fun of us, but whatever. I told him it was okay that he makes that video. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and shut up. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Let's just get into the build, shall we? Alrighty, for our specialization, we will be using the sharpshooter, mainly for the 15% increased headshot damage. Also, 15% increased weapon stability. The extra armor gained while in cover. And finally, after 20 seconds in cover, you start generating 5 marksman and 5 rifle ammo every 10 seconds. This is definitely good because, come on, Massive, our SVD needs more ammo reserves. Jeez Louise. On to weapons. For my primary, I am using a surplus SVD. You can use the paratrooper SVD or whatever kind of SVD you picked up. That's so bad. Total damage, 415k, 260 RPM, and 15 in the mag. As for my core attributes, we got max marksman rifle damage, a 90% headshot damage, could definitely be better, and the regular old attribute is plus 8% to health. For my talientes on this wonderful weapon, I am using Ranger, amplifies weapon damage by 2% for every 5 meters you are away from the target. I do actually want Lucky Shot here, but when it comes to SVDs, I guess I haven't caught enough. Sorry, I'll stop. On to our secondary, which we will be using the Nemesis. There are no excuses whatsoever. I watch The Watchmen. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to say that. Total damage, 2.1 million. Yes, indeedy. RPM 50 and 5 mag. And just God rolled everything because I got really lucky with this. As for the Talientes, electromagnetic accelerator. Shots fired deal a 0 to 100% weapon damage based on how long the trigger is held before releasing. This thing does some damage, let me tell you. And as for my sidearm, we are using a good old glory yourself, the backup boomstick, aka the drunken idiot, aka America, for no absolute particular reason other than I just didn't put another sidearm on, because Yeah, stuff and things. Alrighty, on to armor, and let's go ahead and start with the mask, which is our first piece of aces and eights. I know it's so exciting, I can't contain myself. Let's go ahead and go through our refresher course. 2 pieces gives you plus 15% marksman rifle damage. 3 pieces plus 20% headshot damage. 4 plus pieces, a dead man's hand. Flip a card when landing shots with a marksman rifle. After 5 cards are flipped, the damage of your next shot is amplified by 30%. More shots are enhanced, the better the hand revealed. 4 of a kind, 4 shots. A full house, 3 shots. Aces and eights, 2 shots. It's pretty good. No matter what, it's pretty good. As for my wonderful piece, we have a 15% weapon damage, a 9% headshot damage, and as for my mod, it is plus 8.8% headshot damage. And that's it for that. On to the chest piece, which I am using Araldi Holdings for the plus 10% marksman rifle damage. I am also using a second piece, giving me another 10% headshot damage. I'm running out of breath. Core attributes, max rolled weapon damage. Regular attributes, 11.3 crit hit damage, a plus 6% critical hit chance. And then for my mod slot, it is plus a 9.2 headshot damage. Sometimes people get mad that I don't read that off, and some people get mad that I do read it off. I don't know what to do. You tell me. Thumbs up, thumbs down. No thumbs down. As for my Talientes, I am using a focus. Increase total weapon damage by 5% every second you are aiming while scoped with an 8 times or higher, up to 50%. On to the holster, which is our second piece of aces and eights, which does a lot of stuff and things. Core attribute, plus 13.7% weapon damage. Regular attribute, plus 10% headshot damage. Next up, we have the backpack, which is our second piece of Araldi Holdings, once again giving us plus 10% marksman rifle damage and plus 10% headshot damage. This thing could have rolled way better, but anyways, core attributes, 13.7% weapon damage, regular attributes plus 10% a skill haste, 4,000 armor regeneration, and as for my mod slot, a 9.1% headshot damage. Most importantly, and not limited to, or however you want to say it, our Talientes, composure. While in cover, increase total weapon damage by 15%. On to the gloves, which is our third piece of aces and eights, which does a lot more stuff and things. Core attributes, 15% weapon damage, regular attribute, a 10% headshot damage. And as for our final piece of armor and our final piece of aces and eights, it is the knee pads. Core attributes, a 15% weapon damage and a 10% headshot damage. As for our skills, I am using the holographic distraction decoy skill. Actually, this thing is really, really great on this build because it takes a lot of pressure off you. And when I say a lot of pressure, I mean a lot of pressure. As for my mods, I got plus 7% duration and a plus 7% health. I gotta tell you, this thing is absolutely fabulous for this build. And then for a little teeny tiny bit of heals, I'm using the Reinforcer Chem Launcher. As for my mods on this wonderful skill, I have plus 1 ammo and plus a 6.7% heal. And that, my fellow agents, is pretty much it for the build. And, you know, I do really like this. I'm sick of using the M1A. I'm sick of hearing about the M1A, and I feel this is a very viable replacement for it. End of story. I'm done talking about the M1A. Anyways, with this, it's kind of weird with the Nemesis. We only have 11.4% crit hit chance, but it tends to crit a lot. Like a lot more than it should. I don't know what that's all about. And then overall we have 273.3 headshot damage, so you can't complain about that. Regardless of anything though, I would definitely suggest throwing this together, at least a variation of it. If you have any suggestions, anything else different than you would do, I'm curious, but overall I'm really happy with it. I was thinking about replacing the chest piece with the actual aces and eights chest piece, but focus gives you a lot more damage than that extra 20% damage than you would get off of the chest piece for the bonus for aces and eights. And I don't have the backpack, so I don't even know what that does. Honestly, if you know, let me know in the comment section down below. Definitely interested. Eventually, I'm sure I'll pick one up. But other than that, like I said, yeah, definitely try this. This thing slaps. I'd imagine you could probably one-shot ding-dongs in the DZ with the Nemesis if you can catch them off guard with it. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to with that amount of damage output that you can do with that thing, so Yeah, that's it. I have spoken my piece. I know I have been kind of AFK when it comes to the Division and posting videos. Took a couple days off. Well, yeah, played here and there, maybe an hour or two a day. Not even. Been playing Vermintide, just trying to take my mind off of this. And all the craziness that is going on in this game because, you know, this whole quarantine thing and everything else going on, and this just game being broken in so many different ways. I don't know, just everything was getting to me. It happens. I'm a human being. I have my own brain. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section down below. I'm always interested, whatever, or if you just want to say hi, feel free. Do me a favor and hit that old like button for me if you could. That would be super amazing. Subscribe and all that other junk, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace!